you have this convicted perjurer who is the witness that it all depends on. You have a Soros prosecutor who lowers half of felonies to misdemeanors, but elevated this one to a felony. You have a judge and a lead prosecutor who all donated to Biden. You have another lead prosecutor that was literally number 3 at Biden's DOJ. You have the judge's daughter raising money for Democrats. It's a political hit job, and everybody with a brain can tell that it is.
Well, the criminal trial of Donald Trump in Manhattan took a pretty rough turn for the prosecution this week. Shockingly, Michael Cohen, apparently, I know this is breaking, he's a liar, and he got caught in a lie. As Jesse Waters on Fox News Channel explained, it was a Perry Mason moment.
Michael Cohen suffering under a blistering cross-examination today, and oh boy, did he fall apart. The prosecution's entire case rested on one phone call that Michael Cohen says took place. Cohen testified that he called Trump's head of security and told him that the Stormy payment was taken care of. That was the big link between Trump and the money. Today it came out the call never happened. Trump's defense lawyers showed Cohen a sheet of text messages on the night he claims he made that call. Turns out Cohen had been getting prank calls from a 14-year-old and called Trump's security chief to ask if he could sic the Secret Service on him. Trump's defense attorney raising his voice, zeroing in on Cohen. That was a lie. You did not talk to President Trump. Cohen panicked, shifted in his seat, voice cracking. I'm not certain that's accurate, but the call logs don't lie. It was a Perry Mason moment. Sources inside the courtroom tell us the entire jury's jaw hit the floor.
All right. Well, I don't know if that's anatomically possible, but still, it's a vivid image. Greg, I'm nothing if not an investigative journalist, so let me start this question. This happened 8 years ago. Were you, in fact, that 14-year-old prank calling Michael Cohen?
I was 18 at the time, Larry. I was a bit of a troll. Maybe we did some prank calls back in the day, but
I knew it.
Wait. You mean to tell me that a guy who once went to jail for the crime of lying lied on the stand yet again? This is wow. Like, whoever would have thought that Michael Cohen would lie in a criminal trial, which he has done before, and in addition to Congress. And yeah, I mean, it's just another instance about how the whole case is a complete joke. You have this convicted perjurer who is the witness that it all depends on. You have a Soros prosecutor who lowers half of felonies to misdemeanors, but elevated this one to a felony. You have a judge and a lead prosecutor who all donated to Biden. You have another lead prosecutor that was literally number 3 at Biden's DOJ. You have the judge's daughter raising money for Democrats. It's a political hit job, and everybody with a brain can tell that it is. But here's the thing. It's really their only hope to convict Donald Trump before the election. Like, the Florida case is indefinitely delayed. The January 6th case hinges on the immunity Supreme Court decision. And Fani Willis is once again going to trial to have to explain why she shouldn't be kicked off the case for hiring her boyfriend and paying him millions of dollars that they went on vacations together with. So this is their last chance, and it's really unraveling before them.
It is. And Sarah, listen, I sort of assumed that a Manhattan jury was going to convict him, and this whole thing was baked in the cake, and it was such a set-up job. And Trump was still going to look okay because the majority of the American people were going to see it as the frame that it is. In fact, polls show that right now. They don't think he's getting a fair trial. But then this moment that happened yesterday, where even with all of the deck stacked against Trump, Cohen still caught in a blatant lie on the stand in front of the jury. He may walk away with an acquittal or at the very least a hung jury now.
Exactly. And I think it can be summed into 2 words: womp womp. Like, honestly, it is so devastatingly sad when you look at this entire architectural structure that the Democrats had to just get Trump. And they're like, oh, Michael Cohen is the perfect guy for the stand. He's going to unveil all of this information. You mean TikTok fanboy running for Congress, shirt wearing Michael Cohen? He has nothing to do except go and get more followers. There's nothing crazier than this. And of course, just how this trial is going, of course, it involves a 14-year-old boy, because that's what all of the Democrats are acting like. Children, just like get it done. Like, elect a president, fairly. Let's stop doing this because, again, if the Democrats are doing it to Trump, they can do it to you.
Yeah, that is the takeaway from all of this, Sarah. You're right. And I think that even if it doesn't even need to be said, American people see this and they think, wow, this is a miscarriage of justice. And then, Sarah, I don't know about you. My parents used to tell me, if you lie about the small things, you lie about the big things. Now, that lie that they caught Michael Cohen, and that's a big lie. But what about this small lie where he claims that he never wanted a job in the Trump White House? Watch.
Michael Cohen said he never sought a job at the White House. Brian Lanza here, who worked on the 2016 campaign, says that's not true. He recalls Michael Cohen wanting to be White House counsel. We have some journalists on our panel here saying that's not true. They recall Michael Cohen saying he was going to join the White House. He was very excited to do so. According to Blanche, by the way, Cohen, this is about the harassing calls. Cohen said the person they would have to explain to the Secret Service. The person replied, "I'm 14. Please don't do this." This is when Michael Cohen was getting harassing phone calls. There is a block feature on phones, by the way, if you're getting harassing phone calls. In any case, Alyssa Farah Griffin, tell me, what do you think?
So listen, I was working for a number of Republican lawmakers at that time, several of whom would go into the administration, including Mick Mulvaney as OMB director. And it was widely known and believed. Now, Michael Cohen never told me firsthand, I'm going into the White House, I want to, but it was widely discussed that he was angling for Attorney General or to be White House counsel. That's
Attorney General Michael Cohen. Sarah, listen, I assure you, Alyssa Farah really wanted Michael Cohen to do a good job yesterday. All of Jake Tapper's panel wanted him to do a good job. When they're acting like a funeral just happened, it's a bad day for the prosecution.
It is so rich that Alyssa was the one going on to talk about this. What credibility does she have? She has lied about everything since she left the White House for her own fame. But Michael Cohen, we can't expect anything less from Michael Cohen. And at that point, who wouldn't want to be in the White House? It was a brand new candidate who everybody was supporting. It was just a fire when Trump came into the White House. A lot of people would have sold their soul. But at the same time, now that we see what we did about Michael Cohen, do we really think he would have been a great AG? I mean, you can't get Merrick Garland in front of Congress either. So,
you know what? That's a fair point, actually. I shouldn't mock the idea. Greg, we'll let you finish this up here. How does this end, do you think?
Well, it's a Manhattan jury. They're obviously probably lean left on most things. And so, it could go either way. But based on I don't know how anyone in their right mind, even if you're the most liberal person ever, could in any way, shape, or form vote to convict Donald Trump on this. I think even though you have all of these things stacked against him between the political conflicts of interest among the judge and the prosecution team, among, the clown show that was Michael Cohen in court, I don't know how anybody in their right mind could convict Donald Trump on these crimes.
Yeah, you're right. It is a Manhattan jury, but I will say this. I used to live in New York. I know a lot of New Yorkers. They're annoying. They're abrasive. They're obnoxious. They also have a sense of fair play. Giants fans notwithstanding. So we'll see how this ends.